Okay.
hardcore. Hey guys, welcome to the show. Let me play the intro so I can get it all ready to go, but I don't remember where I put it. All right. Hey guys, how you doing if I still can't be? I gotta share this on my Facebook. Yes, sirree. I'm not really sure what I'm doing, Miss Officer. Please do not pull me over only if I'm in my own car. And now I got to break it like I'm going so far. You're saying how you doing forever in that star. Yes, sir. What am I doing, B.O.G.? But now you want me to be what I be. And yes, I don't have Trey, but I got his own beats. Done so many recordings, I could do it without him. He forever. Only if I knew what I do. I gotta be that one dude that can run it for Drew. But I see that it's ill. Do you know that I'm real? Did you really think that I was gonna run up the hill? But now I say that I will. Now I wanna be a vile. Rile only single time I'll down the doodle idle. Now I'm messing up, not really sure where I go. Did you know what I was saying down with my flow? Oh. Now if I gotta do it now, you know that I was gonna tear it up and fill it down. When and how, been and now I'm saying wow. When and where must I stare, getting right now. But there I am. What do I do? I'm looking so silly, like I was once cool, but now I'm not cool. Did you understand who I want to be? Man, I'm thinking, am I true? Now I got to drool just a little more. I knew that Miss Officer wouldn't break a door, but now I'm feeling core. Listen now, you know that you don't even think what I was thinking. I know, but now I don't show. But my pain if I do, I'm losing my mind, pretending like I am cool, but I don't know what I'm doing. But now I got to say it, bro. Now we're almost done. Time to start the freaking show. Oh, what am I saying? I'm flipping down. That's what my son says all day. What are you saying right now? See, that's what I'm supposed to do, and then I still didn't press the button right. So, still working on it. I'm gonna go yell at my producer.
Are you looking for a different kind of podcast? How about informative and clean? It will make you laugh. Scout and Trey, yeah, that's what we do. We got a little funny thing, keeping it true. Hey, we take your topics and all your ideas and bring in a guest and we answer them there. Then we make a freestyle rap and do it for you. Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah, that's what we do. Yep, flows for you, flows for you. This is what we do now. This is what we do. Say it flows for you, flows for you. This is what we do now. This is what we do. Say it flows for you, flows for you. This is what we do now. This is what we do. Say it flows for you, flows for you.
Hello. Now I'm actually started and ready to go. Yes, I think everything's right. I don't know. If it isn't, I apologize. Um,
It's
Welcome to
fine.
Flows. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all are the only people watching, so it really doesn't matter. As long as y'all are entertained, that's all that matters to me.
Oh yeah.
I'm just playing. There's other people. There's Mr. Pina. Yeah. It's me, Jaime. I'm my producer. You know this. You know this. I don't even know. He says, who is your producer? It is me. It is me, sir. Man, I'm glad you finally changed up your name on there and not the weird one with your mama. Well, now I know it's you stalking me. So that's great. I'm excited about our guest today, Weston and Haley of Party of Tool, Party of Tool.
Party
That's a
of
different,
Tool.
that's a
me
different
too.
thing altogether.
That's I'm like, I feel like that kind of takes us into a very different area of the internet.
It does. That's, well, that's not our show. Our show's very PG-ish. So
PG-ish.
there are days we definitely do have mentioned poop way too much. But I feel like that's PG. I think poop is
Hey, my kids say that stuff all the time.
We
so-
have to constantly tell our boys, no potty language. Stop it.
I mean, literally potty language. You're like not even don't talk about cursing. You're just like, just don't poop. I just don't need to talk about your poop or diarrhea.
Well, funny thing was, I told our kids, I'm like, that's for the bathroom. So now, the moment we go in the bathroom for like baths or something like that, there's like, oh, we can say it all we want, and so they just spend the next 10 minutes just saying every potty word they can.
Our children are very literal.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I should be more careful.
Well,
with
at
that.
first, when Jaime put this in the text, I thought it said potty of two.
Potty of two. Nice. Nice. I like it.
So, anyways, no.
Well, hi.
Hi, guys. By the way, I'm really excited to have you on the show. As you can see, Trey isn't here, but I have replacement trays. No, I don't. But I have videos, so we're good to go. He's not as awesome, but it's not as awesome without him, but hey, we'll try. But anyways, what's our headlines of the week, guys? I'll start. I flooded my entire room.
With
What?
what?
With
What
what?
did you flood it with?
Wait. Now you tell me yours, and then I'll tell you the story in a second.
Okay.
the
Jeez,
trick.
that's a hard one to follow up
I
on.
I know.
And the story's even more wild than
Um.
what actually happened.
Can I just share a win? Is that a
Yeah.
headline?
But just a little part of it. Don't tell me the whole story. Just tell me. Just say it. Say the win, but then don't tell me what it is.
Okay, the win is 2,350 impressions.
Dang, I would have just stopped at 2,350 and stopped.
Yeah, you should
And
have
not
said.
said anything else. And then be like, wait, what?
Okay.
What?
What?
Is it
That's how much they
dollars?
paid me to get on the show.
I wish the check is in the mail.
All right, so
Wait, do you have one, Wes?
Oh, do you have
I
one,
have
Wes?
one. Jeez.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we don't have a third person, so you have to be the third person.
So I have to come up with
Yeah.
a headline for
Come
the
on.
week.
I feel like
Come
it's fun.
Oh,
We do
Remember,
improv for 3
you-
hours once a week. Come on.
You weren't there, so you could do anything for your whole life. Nobody on
Yeah.
the show knows any of the things that happened.
but it's got to be. I would say my thing for the week is all night long.
Nice.
PG-ish, babe. PG-ish.
It is a-
It's worse when.
what are you talking about? What are you
It's more
thinking?
funny. All right,
I know what you're talking about.
y'all
too,
are
which is funny.
awesome, guys. All right, so my whole week, my daughter has decided that her bedtime is 4 in the morning, and my
Wait,
wife,
going to bed or waking up from bed?
She normally gets her eyes closed about 12 after she eats because she's going to bed at 4 in the morning, so she eats first like at 10. And so she'll at 12 she'll eat and then she'll fall asleep, and then I'll wait about 30 minutes and I'll put her in the crib, and then 30 minutes later she'll yell, and then I'll have to get her, and then she'll fall asleep again probably an hour later, and then I'll put her in the crib, and then she'll yell 5 seconds later, and then I'll stick her in the floor, and then she'll just have a party because it's now time to hang out with Dad at 2 in the morning, and high five me, bite off my nose, all these things. And that's great. And so I'm just like, okay. And so then she goes back to the bed, and then she does it again, and then I'm at this point mad. And this is every single day. It's not like this is a new thing. I'm just like, come on, dude. Your dad. I'm not the perfect picture of health. Your boy needs to go to bed. And so I was like, all right, let's go. Luckily, I was getting a little into. I've been watching the Imagineers on Disney, where they talk about all the different Disney rides.
No, that's
Ooh.
so bad because it keeps you up because then you think about it and then you want to watch the next one because then you
Yeah.
want to know how the other ones are made. It's a vicious cycle.
Here's the truth. I watched the entire season of it yesterday, so it's not like
No more.
no, it's not like that's every day. Like my buddy, we were watching One Piece, and I watched the 15 seasons of One Piece in a month.
That's a lot of episodes. I don't think you're acquainted with One Piece yet.
I'm not. Is it an
It's
anime?
It's an anime.
Hey, I'm still working on Attack on Terra or
On
whatever on Titan.
Titan.
Yeah, I'm still
there's
working
like
on that one.
100 episodes per season or something like that. So
it's
Oh
a
my
really,
gosh.
really long running
yeah, it's still
anime.
running.
It's been around
Yeah.
for forever.
Yeah, but the Shield Hero one needs to come out next, but that's a different topic.
October.
Anyway, so
All right,
you've watched all of
so-
these things.
All right, there you go. So all that stuff. So 4 in the morning. So I have a whole day at work. My wife, a whole day sitting here with the kids. My wife comes home. She's like, you have to take my son to his last soccer game. This is a long story, way longer than it needs to be. I apologize, everybody. And so he has to go to a soccer game, and I just call her back. I'm like, he's not going to the soccer game. He doesn't put his shoes on, and I can't stand up because I'm so tired. So she's like, cool, I'll just pick up dinner. And I was like, cool. And so she gets home. I lay in the bed. I'll fall asleep. She's like, hey, get some food. I'm like, cool. And so as I grab some fries from Whataburger, you probably don't know what that is, but it's delicious. And
Yeah, we don't have those here.
yeah, it's a Texas thing. The closest one to you is Colorado. So
Okay.
but anyways, there I am eating my thing, and I'm like, oh, you know what'd be great is a drink. And I grab it, and the The soda is all over the floor of the bedroom, and
Oh.
yeah. My build up to this sounded way cooler than the actual story, but that's what happened. I
Most
Okay,
good stories are.
Can I change my story then to
Yes.
say an actual flood?
Yeah, sure. If you want. My and then and so then, but the funniest part about this is that I tell you right now, when I go to Whataburger, it's 50% chance that I'll actually drink the soda because in most situations I knock it over almost every time. Like so
Oh.
when I'm bringing,
You need a sippy cup.
What, no, what happens is I bring all the food. I have my son with me, bringing the food into the wife, and then I'm trying to hold it all one time, and I always place it in the wrong place, and that's all the time. But yeah,
I've done that. I've done that after I've gotten the soda, come out to my car, put it on top, opened the car door, and it's just gone
yeah,
everywhere.
yeah. So
And all the attendants are laughing at me.
after a 7-minute story, I apologize.
I don't forgive you.
Let's do a little. Y'all try harder on making it not long, like me.
I
Don't
wanna
follow by
he-
my example.
I want to hear yours.
All
Yeah,
night
so-
long.
Yeah, I
All
want to
night
hear your
long.
all night long story.
So yesterday, we know we're getting ready for this stream, and we've
Yesterday
got,
we were getting ready for the stream.
oh yeah, we started to rearrange the whole house to get ready for the stream for some reason.
No, it wasn't that.
It was,
okay.
'cause your
Sorry,
mother's coming
maritable moments,
I'm married, I understand. I
maritable,
live this life.
It's because your mother is coming over
That's
to
true.
watch the kids.
which means we
Yeah.
had to clean the
Which
entire
means
house.
we had to clean the entire house and
My
rearrange.
mom
it.
is literally in the living room right now.
There you go.
So I live that life. I know.
So you know that life.
So getting ready, like, okay, we're gonna do this. Oh, we need to clean up, get this out of the way. How do we get that out of the way? Rearrange all the children's rooms. Smart. In the midst,
But it made sense.
of rearranging all the rooms, our 5-year-old decides that he is sick and needs to start throwing up
Yep.
a lot, again
Yeah.
and again and again.
So
And
yeah,
he
That's
is
fun.
got the most triggered gag reflex on the planet. Like
he's got a very very sensitive gag reflex.
Yeah. So we know he ain't sleeping in his bed. So last night
And we
I
just put the
spent,
bunk beds up and rearranged everything, and it was so exciting.
I spent all night long sleeping next to him on the couch with a bowl right next to him, ready to catch in case of problems. Luckily, no problems happened, but sleeping on the couch, knowing it could happen any moment, I was awake all night long.
Yeah, and he wasn't laying next to me, so I didn't sleep either.
Yeah. That's all.
So you see, PG.
PG, it was PG.
Good job.
Yeah.
Fanciness.
Okay,
Alright,
that's my story. There we
You
go.
can't steal his story.
Yeah, I can. My story's not as cool as your guys's. I don't think I understood the concept very well.
All right, fine. I'll
Okay.
take it as a win. And we'll just move on. But let's see. So let me think of something funny. Joke insert here. Everybody laugh.
Oh no, I have a funny joke. No, I have a funny joke.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Why are they called seagulls? No, wait, wrong.
You said
I
it
said it wrong. Ah! Okay, wait, let me try this again. What is it? Wait, do you remember? Why do seagulls fly over the sea?
Why do seagulls fly over the sea? I would say because they have nowhere to go.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. It's close though. Because if they flew over the bay, they would be bagels.
Nice. That's funny. That's hilarious.
That's
I
smart.
actually love that
You love that
joke.
joke.
I think it's really
Our
funny.
son, like most young kids, always has these jokes that are completely not funny and don't even have a punchline. It's just like, "Hey, knock knock, who's there?" Yeah. It's like,
yeah.
okay, great.
But he came up with that one, and it was very good.
He came home and told that one, and you were just
I
dying.
think it's funny.
Yeah. Well, I'm a professional. This is what I do every single day of my life, make up corny dad jokes to keep my son from punching me.
Entertained.
Yeah. And then, being a rapper, you kind of have to be good at things quickly.
Yes,
At least
you
I
do.
hope.
It's true.
All right. So on your bio, it said that you enjoyed Brandon Sanderson books. Is that correct?
Yes, very much so.
Who enjoys them more out of the two? So if I were to do a quiz right now, would you automatically win? Weston?
That is questionable because it's been a hot minute since
has been a
either
hot
of us
minute.
listened to or read the novels, but we're big fans.
Out of the two of us, I would win.
Is it multiple choice?
It is.
Then I'll probably win.
All right. Well, are you ready?
All
We're
right,
going to do a quiz, and it's going to be about Brandon Sanderson. And you
Brandon
need,
Anderson.
Brandon Sanderson.
Okay.
Well, at least I hope that's what we're going to do. I just made this up, so I shouldn't have said that. It sounded like I knew what I was doing for a second.
No, this was a professionally put together.
You know exactly what you're doing. Don't
You
ever
had
apologize.
a team of professionals putting
Yes.
this together.
All right, here we go. You ready?
Yes.
All right, so we'll start with Weston, and then it's your turn, and then we'll keep going, and the winner wins awesomeness. I don't know what it is. We'll see what happens.
I'll let you win because I already have awesomeness.
I was gonna say that.
Okay,
You
this
do it.
does this. There will be some spoilers if other people have not read many of his books. So,
Spoiler warning here.
yeah, just warning for anybody that would be mad at me. So here we go. What's the full name of Spinza's mascot?
Multiple choice, please.
Here we go. Is it A, Death Slug, B, Doom Slug the DJ, B, Doom Slug, C, I'm confused.
Wait,
D,
what?
I'm going to start over again. A, Death Slug, B, Doom Slug, C, Doom Slug the Destroyer, or D, Doom Slug the Devastator.
I'm going with C.
Okay, and what do you think, Weston?
What was B? It was Doomslug the
Doom Slug.
Just Doom Slug.
All right.
Yeah.
And C was Doom Slug the Destroyer.
Then you had the Devastator. I'm gonna go with the Devastator.
Okay.
Doomslug.
And yours is the
D.
Destroyer?
Yeah, mine
Yeah,
was
C
C,
or D.
and he was
Yeah.
going with D.
I'm not even sure which book this is from.
I honestly don't know either. Oh, this is from the Skyward. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, I've never read that one.
All right. Well,
Okay, what is it?
It is. I don't know.
I'm really
Let's
competitive.
see. Dum, 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 dum. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. Sorry, this is taking way too long. I thought I knew what I was doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I've messed this all up.
Let's just say I won. Yay!
No.
No? Oh, okay.
Oh,
I think I don't have my phone or power of Google
you
would be
wanna-
in my hand.
I thought I was ready to go, and now
I want someone to do an ad for like a new phone thing and be like, I have the power, and they hold up their phone.
That would be funny. Oh,
Doom Slug.
It's who put did you
The
look it
answer
up?
is Doom Slug. We both got it
Dooms.
wrong.
Wow, I got it right.
You got it right. We both got it wrong.
Wow. Okay. Well, we're moving past this. I thought we were doing, and here we go. Here we go. Now I'm ready to go. Now I'm ready to go. Let's see. Am I ready to go?
Oh, wait.
Doomslug
No,
the
Doom
Destroyer.
Slug the Destroyer. I did win. I got
You
it right.
did it. You're so awesome.
So good.
You win awesomeness.
I win awesome.
You need it.
I do need it.
Okay.
No, you need it because I'm
No,
already awesome. Remember?
All right. Well, you know what? I'm going to ask you random questions, and
Okay.
whoever gives me the best answer in this is going to win the quiz. So this is going to be open answers. You're just going
Okay.
to answer the question with the most ridiculous answer you can think of, and the winner wins. Gets to give me an extra word for the rap. So.
Ooh, okay.
All right. So you're playing a game, and your kids come in, and they flip over your entire table with all the things on it. What is your first reaction? We'll go with you, Haley.
Are we doing real life reactions or just
Well,
over
you're
the
just trying
top
to make me
ridiculous?
laugh. You're trying to
Okay.
make me laugh.
Okay. God, that's a really hard scenario. I would probably say something. Wait, I jump up first as my first action.
No, you lost
Yes,
it. You lost
yes,
it.
I-
Okay.
And then,
Nice.
then for my second action, I would shout out, well, I guess we're playing on the floor. And then I would lay down on the floor and rearrange the game.
Nice. All right, Weston.
I'm
that
gonna
was
give a
pretty
little
good answer.
context to her answer.
Oh wow, we're
So,
really
on-
gonna shout her out right there. Nice.
I am on
In
Twitch.
Pathfinder.
We have an actual stream show where we play Pathfinder, which is a tabletop RPG, and in that, on each turn, you get 3 actions that you get to decide
in
what to do.
combat. So
So
those
she's
are my
naming
actions.
off her actions.
Yeah.
Like it was an
I
encounter.
understood it. Yeah. And
Yeah,
your answer, Weston?
My answer is I can't let my kids. I always have to. You gotta make sure that you don't let your kids one up you. You always gotta make sure you stay, top dog in your house. So I would flip over the table and say, "Well, try that."
Gosh.
Dang it.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Yep, and he wins the point. All right. So, all right, here you go. Oh my gosh.
You're gonna flip the table.
Just gonna flip. We flip the game. Flip the table.
Remember, we're a PG show. Just for this question. All right, you get to decide what the other person would wear to a cosplay for a convention. What? All right. So, Weston, what is Hayley gonna dress up as? And then Hayley, you get to say what Weston's.
You better say what I'm thinking, or I'm gonna smack you.
You gotta make me laugh.
I know what she wants me to answer.
It's you do what
you
you do.
You are
what's
not
best
gonna.
for
You
bro.
are not gonna
So-
say what I think you're gonna
you
say.
that you can say that.
No, because I have to say for you.
Yeah.
Okay. I know that if you're gonna go as cosplay for anything, you are going.
No, you get to choose.
You get to decide.
You don't have to. You
You
don't
get to
have to
decide
say. You don't have to say
whatever
what
you
you
wanna
know.
put her
I
in.
want you to say.
Hence the reason I told you it was PG.
Yeah.
That was mainly for you.
What are you talking about?
Dang it! Give me a second because I just lost.
Okay,
3/5
I
of my
know.
list.
I know what I would have you dress up as.
What's
I know exactly who. Go ahead.
You have no idea. Filch
I can't wait.
from Harry Potter.
Who's Filch?
Why does nobody really?
You'd have me good.
Somebody had a crush on
Educate.
Filch. Is what's happening?
No, Filch
Okay.
is a joke because
Oh,
Filch
Filch
is
is
this
the,
really nasty the
with the
janitor
With
and the cat
yeah.
with Mrs.
That's-
Norris.
That's
He's
great.
really
This is-
nasty.
which
In a serious thing though, I'd have you dress up as Kiwi,
I know.
and I'd be Tariel.
So she's 6 foot. I'm 5'9.5".
Sure.
So you put me in some what? Yes, I said the accurate.
He said it accurately for the first time ever.
No, I generally say that.
We get honesty here on the show.
It's the ring of truth. Okay, anyway.
And so we've always
Bonus.
talked about that. She can wear heels. I'll wear something that's completely flat with I'll go barefoot maybe or
Mhm.
something like that. And then
Wear
we'll
a pair
actually
of
look
socks.
like I'm the dwarf and she's the
I'll be
tall.
like 5 inches taller.
Wow. That's,
First time my family met you, I just bought you a pair of 3-inch heels.
Mm-hmm.
My dad is the tallest member of our family who's
He's
just a little,
5'11".
he's just a little taller than I am. So you are 4 inches taller than every member of my family. My whole family, my sisters are like
They're
5 foot
5'2".
2.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and they're just like, great, you brought an ogre home. That's
Pretty much.
Pretty essentially.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's family photos look really funny with me.
No, I understand. I'm I'm 5'9", 5'10". I don't know. And Laura
You're like,
shaking
it's
her
been a
head.
hot minute.
The correct word is 5'9.5", apparently.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, you
So
normally say 5'10".
Here's
Okay.
our. This is entertaining, but my final question, I guess. All right, you know how since you do a show, you do a Twitch thing. What's the one? If somebody said, "Hey, I want to watch a show, but not yours," what show would you tell them to watch?
First off, I would say rude.
I know, and this is the reaction. So it's not like you're going to tell them the actual one. You're going to tell them to watch something that's terrible because they're a jerk.
Go.
But not too terrible. You don't want to.
I know. I'm like, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus.
I'm gonna go just generals. Not tell them to go watch any of the hot tub.
Oh my
the
gosh.
streams.
Yes.
No,
No,
I'm just like,
but not the girl ones. The guy ones.
Yeah,
Yes.
The guy ones are
Look,
hilarious.
I love the ones where it's the guy standing there and he's like green screen the bathing suit on and then green screen the
They're so
background
funny.
and none of it's real and it's just his head technically floating,
Mhm.
but the body's got below him is completely ridiculous.
Great.
But they
it's
get
fun.
to then put the tag of hot tub and so they get a whole ton of
So
viewership
hot
because
tub,
of it.
it's fine.
Yeah. All right. So what's your answer? Haley?
I would say you have to go watch a live commentary of NFL.
Nice. Wouldn't it be great if they just turned those into podcasts? And you'd be like, hey, go check out this boring podcast about football.
They should.
I think they do.
They do. I know they do.
Everything,
Like, don't they?
everything
I don't know
now
very much about sports.
is got a podcast, it's got a Twitch
Yeah.
show, it's got a YouTube, it's got a
Everybody, we we have all those things. But yeah, it's funny. Like when somebody asks me to do a podcast, like you don't want to tell them the podcast that's better than yours because then you don't want them to like that one. So like, I'm not gonna be like, hey, what should I watch? It's like, go watch the Adventure Zone. That's
Well, in
I know Adventure Zone.
we do know Adventure Zone.
I know it's great. Well, I like it. I don't know if you like it, but I enjoy it.
But it's very safe one in the TTRPG world is Critical Role because everybody knows it. So
But
it's
then
like
no one's gonna watch your stream because they're gonna compare you to Matt Mercer. So
That's what I'm saying. You don't want to make sure.
No.
but
you wanna
everybody
kinda
already
choose one
knows
that's-
it.
Yeah.
But if they
no.
don't, we don't want to give them.
Well, see, because they do my brother and me. I don't know why I'm throwing a.
I know. I'm kind of like you have a pointer. You're like
It's-
woohoo!
no,
We're
it's my-
conducting.
So if you look back behind me, you see my Millennium Falcon.
Yes.
So I was switching out the batteries on it, and that's what that is.
Oh,
So-
it looks
or-
like a conductor one.
Likely story.
But anyways, that's what I'm going to tell you. But yeah, so I'll just tell somebody that's one. Oh yeah, so they do a show called My Brother and Me, which is all three of them they do thing like we do, where they answer questions and do things like that. But yeah, I'm not going to go and tell somebody to go watch a show that's way better than mine because they're never going to watch it. Nobody watches it anyway. So what am I going to do?
Yeah, maybe. Or I give them something to compare to so that they can come back to our show
Yeah,
and
that's
be
better.
like, hot damn, you're good.
I know, and you're like, yes.
Yeah,
and
I
Here's
know.
the truth: if I told somebody to go watch Critical Role, I'd make them watch the first season, which the sound is
First couple
The
episodes.
sound isn't great. Like
Yeah,
the first
episode
17, 18. I know, by campaign 2 though,
But that's what I do. I'd make them watch I'd be like,
Campaign
oh,
one.
This is better, and then they're like, oh, that's.
it's like I couldn't listen to it.
so
It's like,
much
oh,
better.
that sucks.
Oh.
I know.
I got her started on that, and yeah, first couple episodes, she's like, I can't do this.
I really
I
well
can't.
because I did
Any other
audio
show.
production for podcasts for a while.
Mhm.
So that was like it drove me crazy.
Yep, me too.
So-
I know you feel.
So, but yes, I got through it though, and now I'm a right old critter.
Well, here's the truth. I wasn't paying attention to who got the right answers or wrong answers. Some of y'all win. Good job.
Yay! Weston, you got awesomeness.
I got awesomeness.
awesome
Yes,
sprinkles.
both of y'all get to choose a word for me to use later. Yeah, there you go. You should watch the social and distancing show. If you'll see that I'm so much better than their other host, Jaime.
Yes, that is so true. I didn't want to say
so much
anything,
better.
but
Like we didn't want to throw anybody under the bus on the show, but like
gotta speak my truth, man.
Yeah, no, I understand. And the truth is they just won't have me on the show because I look so much better than them. So it's understandable. The social and distancing show, you shouldn't ever check that show out ever.
never. Don't go look it up. Don't get on the podcast.
Don't look at all the shows where we have their people as guests. Don't just pretend like we're just not always trying to cross promote all of our other shows. We're
That's
not
true.
doing that. That's not what we're doing. But anyways, that was a way longer time than that needed to be. That's okay. Well, hi guys. So you have you have a awesome show, which I've seen episodes of.
Have you really?
I have.
I'm calling you on the carpet right now.
All right, it's fine. I like your little your little thingy that you stick the thingies on, and then it's green, and then it has a little thingy, and then you put the little thingies on the thingy with the thingies. And the worst part is I'm actually describing what I know, and for some reason my brain can't
Are you
register.
talking about the encounters?
So I like
where the
here-
monsters
I
go
like how you
on?
have 3 screens, one for you, one for. I was kind of wondering if y'all were going to do separate screens for the interview.
We actually talked about it.
Yeah.
We did.
And then you have your encounters encounter screen, which I think is hilarious because when nothing's happening, it just kind of blanks.
Just there. I know.
It's like almost want to have like a little dancing bobblehead. Maybe
I know,
you should
my-
look into a bubble head and just
I
stick it there in a
should.
bubble head.
No, because like that would be really distracting.
Who? Yeah.
No.
Well, here's the thing.
Well,
What
I'm
saying
redoing the
is-
whole overlay
What I'm saying
anyway.
is make your own bobbleheads and then sell those bad boys. They watch that bobblehead for an hour, then they're gonna be, I want one of those, and then you
That's
just
actually
made some money.
really not a bad
I
idea.
just need to stand here like this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that. Are they bobbleheads of us or are they bobbleheads of our characters?
Characters.
It's up to you. You could do whatever you want. It's your
Anna and Az need a bobblehead.
They need bobbleheads. Okay, I'm gonna write
And
it
you
down.
need a Bruce plushie.
And I need a Bruce.
I shouldn't have said that.
You're welcome, guys.
Oh my gosh, I need a Bruce. Okay,
I
I'm
just
sorry.
hurt myself.
Oh, you did. You created a monster. Ah,
but there you go.
Anyway.
So, but no.
Okay, so you have actually watched it. I believe you
yeah.
know.
I've tried. I mean, if somebody's gonna be on the show, I try to like do some kind of research. Not a lot, but I try to pretend like I know what I'm doing. So, but no, I think it's cool. I think I said I love as you mentioned, I do love live gameplay, podcast and Twitch shows and things like that. And that's hard, especially for what you do compared to like other people that do it where they can edit it, so they can really edit the storyline, so you don't actually see a lot of the table talk. And instead, as we had your friends on a few episodes ago, they were talking about how they try to take out the not funny table talk, but you don't get that option.
They edit the whole thing, and I like the thing that got me really into tabletop RPGs was the actual gameplay, like the interaction between each other and like fumbling and asking questions. And, not everybody's an expert, and there's room for fallacy and mistakes and growth, honestly. So we didn't ever even address the idea of doing it pre-recorded or as an edited podcast.
Well, we also have the slight difference in that since there's only the two of us, with one person being the player and the other person being the GM, there's no debate. Like, I'm not debating with three other members of my party on what we're going to be doing or what we should do. I just say, well, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
Now that the NPC might completely, sideswipe me.
Oh my gosh, she was not trying to
for goods at the shop nearby.
Yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah, bitterness from Tuesday. He's convinced my character was trying to like undermine him the whole time. And I'm like, she really wasn't.
I do not think she was trying to. I don't think
she succeeded quite well, but she wasn't trying to.
In making Az's life difficult there.
That's funny.
And that's going to be fun. I mean, you've kind of, I don't think you intended to, but you've kind of made a lawful character, and mine's definitely a very neutral.
Yeah.
And there's going to be some interesting interplay there.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, because it's just the two of us, there's no debate. There's no talking between each other while someone else is playing. We are 100% in every moment.
Yeah.
During that 2.5, 3 hours.
3 hours, yeah. It's very focused.
That's cool. And I think that's what I was going to say. I was like, I think that's cool that you're willing to do that, because a lot of people would feel insecure because they don't have as much filler or other people to run it with them. But it's like y'all seem very secure in what you're doing and be like, no, we understand what we're offering. I appreciate. Have you considered? And I haven't seen enough to go. You've done this, but have you considered where you play like 4 different people? That would be funny. I think if you were like. If you just had you had different outfits to put on.
You pull on different hats.
We should get like some hats and different things. So you
and you're fighting with yourself, which
as
I think
as the DM, I do actually do that a lot. We did kind of set it up where the PC, the player character, is the focal point, is the protagonist of the story. When we switch off, because we do something very unusual in tabletop RPGs where this in and of itself is not unusual, where you have different GMs that come in and will do different storylines and whatnot. What's very unusual for what we're doing is that we're leaving the storyline with threads open to let the other person do with as they may.
So yeah, I GM'd the first 10 episodes with my storyline, and then led things to an opening, and then like, hey, now you go with it.
Mm-hmm. That's fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Normally when you're in charge of it, then you're the person that's actually closing out that story, and then you let the other person build the story. That's fun, and I bet that's hard too. Where you did this whole thing, you spent all this time on it, and then it's now she gets to decide what it does.
Yeah.
It would be a lot worse if we didn't trust each other's ability to write a good story. If there was any distrust there, it'd be like, I'm giving you my child.
This is my baby.
This is my child. Do not. I'd almost
true,
prefer it was, here's my child. Go ahead and take it.
We do. If it was our physical child, it would be fine. It would be like, once you're done, bring it back. Maybe if not, it's fine. But sorry, we had a really rough day with our kids today. But we do have like specific characters and stuff that are off limits in terms of storytelling.
Sure.
Where we don't
Like I've got
We're
plans
not
for
gonna
this
play with.
for this angle. Just leave that one for me to play with later. And then we also write stuff. Like I wrote stuff into the first arc specifically because I was like, this would be a fun thing to play with. I don't plan on doing anything with it, but I had this idea. I thought it was cool. Bam! I'm completely leaving it unexplained. If you want to take it, go ahead. If you don't, no problem.
Yeah, and we actually had a discussion at the end of his arc where we were like, okay, what are the loose threads that are left open?
Sure.
What storyline has not been? And there are some loose threads that Weston's character and Weston himself does not know about because I've done what I've cutscene where he doesn't get to know what's going on, but the audience knows
That's great.
something is coming. It's coming.
You played that at the beginning of last episode, and I'm sitting there going,
Oh yeah, so you have a pre-recorded thing. It's not like you have an isolation booth that you
well we actually when I recorded it, I actually sent Weston away, and I was like, I need you to leave the table.
Go to the
and
movies, please.
He went away, and I read it. It's a cutscene that I wrote. I was a writer. I'm like a novelist for years, so that was a fun thing to get to do.
That's awesome.
But, yeah.
I mean, I'm going backwards now.
It's
but,
okay.
You kind of mentioned that earlier. Like, is that the reason y'all just decided to do this? Because I know that you started it because of the pandemic.
We started playing because I needed to get my kids to stop fighting, but they couldn't go anywhere because we were in the middle of the pandemic. So we can't go anywhere. Our kids are such, they have ADHD. If they watch a bunch of screen time, they just get worse. Yeah. So it's like, hey, I need something to occupy them so they stop fighting and something we can do here inside the house. And so I went online. There were a couple of free resources I knew of, drafted them up a quick couple of characters and grabbed some D6s and just started having them play. And it worked really well. And our oldest, who is autistic, really liked it. And I saw a real opportunity for role play, for him to try out social situations and how do I interact with people.
Yeah, that's great.
And he loved it. He took to it like a fish to water. He loves the like imagination, and he loves being a wizard, and he loves to talk, which is a problem when you're in the middle of an encounter. It is not time for a very long spiel.
He will full on villain monologue in the middle of an encounter.
It's so funny.
You do not understand what you have done. Awakening.
It's like oh my
just
gosh,
roll the dice, bro.
Literally, it really is. There are times where like, okay, this is not the appropriate time for this. We can do that after the encounter.
I laugh at this, but that's me all day. I'm that guy. I'm just like him. That's what I would do. I would be giving you I need everybody to laugh and pay attention to me at all times. So that's important.
That's our son.
Yeah. She would get along really well in our
or
house.
Or not, because they would compete for who got to be the
last word.
I'm a grown up, so I know who wins that battle. So it's fine.
The child, right?
Yeah. Yes. I have a 4-year-old who does the same. I laugh. I'm like, at some point, somebody was like, oh, I have one of my friends who's a rapper was like, oh, I have all the energy to write new albums and stuff now, and he's like 40. And I'm just like, yeah, bro, I do, but my son is 4 and already wants to have his own YouTube channel, and he probably could pull it off.
Right?
Our son
Michael has his own YouTube channel.
Yeah.
He plays Minecraft.
He likes to be like mom and dad. When we started streaming, he was like, can I start streaming? And I was like, hell's no.
Yeah.
Under no circumstance are you live streaming anything.
Sure.
You do realize he's live streaming on YouTube now.
He's live streaming?
He was doing it the other day. I thought you set it up.
We're about to get in trouble right now.
Okay, we're gonna
have a talk of that.
We're gonna table that literally.
Literally, we're tabling that one.
But yes,
but that was why we got into
that's
it.
How we got into it. And then we organized family games, and
I fell head over heels in love.
She did.
And I'm a performer. I got a degree in music, in vocal performance from the University of Utah, and it's very fancy, $60,000 for a useless piece of paper.
I have a wife, and she has a master's degree. I know.
You're like, I get the student loans thing.
But she pays our bills, so I'm not.
You're like, you're good, babe. You're good. Mine is completely useless.
The vocal performance with a focus in opera hasn't opened up a lot of job opportunities.
I mean, I can sing really loud, but that's
if I'm ever doing a festival in Utah, I know who to call. You can come freestyle with me and do some
I'll
opera
come
singing.
sing some crazy opera stuff.
Yeah, well, that's
No,
what we do. We just do it with kids, so they would think
that
that's
they probably
hilarious.
would be like, oh, kids actually. Okay, super side note, and then I'll get back to this.
It's
Kids
okay.
listening to
Sure.
opera is really interesting though, because most children have never listened to raw vocals
Sure.
unadulterated by like microphones or speakers and things like that. So they
Or
stop and pay
auto-tune.
attention because it's something they've never experienced before, and it sounds very different. I was singing at a church, like a worship service, and
Mhm.
I was singing a fairly famous piece called "O Divine Redeemer," and at the very end of it, it's a very long piece. It's about 6.5 minutes long, and at the very end of it, it goes up to a high A, and you withhold it for just a little bit, and then there's a music break. You know what I'm talking.
Hold
You
it for
remember
just a
that?
little bit. Her just a little bit is
Okay.
It's
most
like 2
people's
minutes.
forever.
No, it's
Yeah.
not. It's not that long. I hold it for like 2 bars.
Wait,
But
are you sure? It's
there's
2
a
bars?
big. It's only 2 bars. I have to coordinate with an accompanist.
So,
It's only
so
2 bars.
2 bars, at least for me, would be walk down the street, look at my feet. So that's what you're saying.
Okay, maybe it's a little longer than that.
Okay, that's
It's like
that's 2 bars in a rap song. So you do 16 of those.
16 of
A
those.
full verse. So maybe
Because
it's 3 verses.
no, because it's Redeemer. It's the high
Oh.
note is on the
I
D. You
know
have
my
to finish the.
routine. 2
Anyway,
minutes later.
but there's a break in the music, and this young girl, she was probably 5, and it's dead silent, and she's like, "Yay!" I was like, "Oh my god!"
And you can't laugh because you're singing.
I know. I'm like,
Yeah. That's,
okay,
That's
but
my
yeah.
son. That's what we'll be at the store and he'll just randomly walk up to the cashier and be like, "Yeah, you're doing a great job today."
Oh, what a sweetie!
I'm sure they love that though.
Or we
my
go
gosh.
to bowling before the pandemic. We'd go to a bowling alley and play all the time. And he
Mhm.
would literally just walk down to the bowling alley and just clap for people as they got there.
As they bold.
They'd
Oh
they'd
my
roll,
gosh,
and then he'd be
that's
like,
charming.
"Yay, great job!" And I'd be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, guys, my son." He
That
loves
is so
watching people
charming,
bowl.
though.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
As a parent, it's always different though, because like there's a lot of people that when they meet our oldest, they think they're just the cutest, and he just comes up and talks to me. But we're like, no, he has no stranger danger. He walks up to random strangers and
Yeah.
starts talking to them.
And
we're
he
like,
will leave with
"Oh."
people. Like we would
Yeah.
have. It was a problem. I don't even remember where the tangent came from.
It's okay.
We talk about our sons and doing
At this
TTRPGs.
point, we're fine, guys.
Oh no! I know what it is. I know what it is. So I got a degree in that. I thought that was gonna be my life. I thought that was my tribe.
Yeah.
Graduated. I was on the path to be a professional. Realized I hate traveling, which
Mhm.
you travel 42 out of the 52 weeks in the year.
Yep.
And that my love for music was slightly artificial, to the degree that I kind of put on while I was in college. And so I had to go through like a rediscovery, figured out really quickly. I didn't like being a stay-at-home mom. So like that tribe wasn't really, I was kind of listless and I didn't know where I was going. And then we found TTRPGs and it was like, I found my life
That's awesome.
again. It's been absolutely incredible. That's where my minute thing or the very beginning is I had a post today on Twitter that had like 2,000 something impressions. And
That's awesome.
that's a big deal for me because I only have 450
Dude.
followers.
I understand. When I get 10 people to pay attention to anything I do, I'm just like,
You're
Um,
like, yes.
yeah. I always laugh because I'm like, at one point in my life, I cared, and now I don't. I remember, like, when I first released one of my first albums, I had like tons and tons of plays, like 60,000 or something.
Wow.
For downloads for an album, but now it's like if 10 people listen to it, I'm happy.
Yeah, we're still in the building phase of what we're building right now. So it's still like, for me at least, I don't know if you feel the same
I'm not
way.
the performer. I'd be playing with her if we weren't streaming. So for
Yeah.
me, it's the same. It's like, cool, we're here to play. I just happen to have a camera in my face.
Yeah.
I know we just happen to have a camera. And that's for me when it changed a corner as the DM was to like forget that the cameras were there and actually just play. And that's where I was able to open up and not worry as much. But I still I get a little stressed because like every follower really does mean something to me.
That's awesome.
And so I'm like, oh, we have 75 followers on Twitch. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That's not easy. People don't realize that's not easy to do.
No.
When you first start, I meet people all the time. I'm like, you mentioned that you had produced podcasts before, and it's like me too. And so it's always funny when you get somebody, they're all gun ho for it, and then I try to give them the heads up, like, you're gonna record 10 episodes and no one's gonna listen to it, and it's okay. And they'll be like, sure. And then 10 episodes, and they're like, I quit.
Yeah, that's I mean, I heard this once while I was still doing it. I was reading a lot of like podcasting websites and articles and stuff like that, and I saw somebody calling it pod fading. They pod fade. And I would have these conversations with clients all the time at the very beginning. Like I would have my initial consultation where I'm like, okay, what do you want? And where are you going with this? Are you doing this for pleasure or for a business? Like what's the point? And I would tell them, I'm like, if this is difficult, this is not a quick cash grab. You are in this for the long haul. If you actually want to make anything, it's at least a year before you do anything. That's why, like, coming into streaming and, and I'm a part of a bunch of Reddits for like Twitch streamers and stuff. And so many of them are like, well, how can I get to 100,000 followers in 30 days or whatever? And I'm like, you can't.
Yeah.
That's not possible.
No, you can have a huge backing, a huge amount of marketing already done, an already established brand,
and then
that you're just tacking it on.
Market for 3 months that you're going on Twitch. That's how you can do it. But
or do a hot tub.
Or do a hot tub and completely sell yourself. That's fine. Oh, wow. That was a lot of judgment that just came out there.
That just happened out loud.
Sorry.
I don't know. I think I'd look good in a bikini and hot tub.
Here's the truth. I look great in a bikini.
I'm sure you do. I can imagine.
Weston, I'll hit you up later and we'll start up that stream. So
both of you guys
enjoy this bearded.
The hot beards in the hot tub. Oh my gosh. Yes. I would subscribe to that channel.
Luckily, Jaime is producing another show and is not here to respond to that. And he might hit us up to actually see if we're available for that. He has his own channel of.
That would be hilarious. I would be on that. I would subscribe to that.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, is like, if you've already, like, you did have one podcast client though who already had a huge following.
Well, yeah, my largest client that I worked with had 350,000 followers on Instagram already.
That's crazy.
And so when she released her podcast, she had crazy amounts of downloads. Like she was instantly very, very successful. But it was because she already had a following. And for us, that's why, like, going into tabletop RPGs and loving it as much as we do, if we were in this for the money, we'd already be gone.
Yeah.
We're in this because we love it. And I've fallen in love with the community, which I didn't realize was like such a big deal on Twitch or on Twitter and on Twitch, on both. Yeah. But like on Twitter, it's crazy. And the amount of love and support and like help each other out and like it's insane.
You're getting love and support on Twitter.
I know.
I didn't know this is a thing that can happen.
I
thought
know.
Twitter was just a bunch of trolls.
I thought Twitter was just evil.
It's a bunch of trolls. Once you have more than 1,000 people listen to you, it's
true.
Yeah. Well, and that's like the people that I spend a lot of time with online now are like probably 5,000 followers and less.
Sure.
I'm not really up at the level where I can interact with the other people because they don't pay attention.
Yeah. They don't have time for that.
Which is fine.
They don't have time. They don't have time for all that.
Eventually, I will not have time for all of that.
I know. I understand.
This is why I'm glad we got on with you now.
Yeah.
Before you got too big for us.
I would have, yeah.
You would just be way too big, and it would be like, who are these people?
Like,
why?
Like, hey, we were on your show a long time. I don't know what you're talking about.
You're like, I don't remember you.
You send me a message. I'm like, who this? I lost my phone.
You message back, I lost my phone. How are you texting me?
Nah, I think it's funny because I've been lucky to have great friends that went and blew up and then still stayed my friend. And so, but I think it's built friendships, right? Like it's one of those things. But I was going to mention this. Wouldn't it? I assume y'all would love it if you could do a live show like with the audience. Wouldn't that be crazy?
Yeah.
I would love to. That's a silent dream that's now apparently not silent anymore because
Yeah.
I am sharing it. That is a genuine dream of mine. One of the second largest fan comic book like Comic-Con type conventions in the country is here in Utah. And I would adore to
Live
be able
show.
to do a panel and a live show here
Yeah.
at our hometown convention. Like that would be incredible.
That'd be cool.
But that's like years away.
I know. Yeah, it's not like a or something random happens.
Yeah, like
And then,
I don't even know what could happen to make a tiny little. There we go. Critical Role could say, "We love them. Go follow them,"
Yeah, something.
and
like
they
that
don't
could
do
happen.
that. But
Yeah.
And I'll just
Or
call
or
him
you
up
could
and
just
ask.
start a TikTok
There we go.
and do random TikTok dances, and maybe then that'll work.
yes, because what did Garrett say? The generation will be stupid, but they can all do TikTok dances. It'll
Yeah.
be fine.
They I did a South by Southwest online this year.
Uh-huh.
And a lot of the classes were actually talking about, and I mean TikTok sponsored a lot of things, but they were actually
Yeah.
talking about the idea on how that can change your entire thing and about building a metaverse. And
I
said
hate
this
that
out
that's
loud.
true.
And so what they like something like example is that in a metaverse you could actually build one of your characters from your show could have their own TikTok where they just respond to whatever you're doing, and then you're just doing dumb things from that character, and then that's a part of a metaverse. And I know they had a lady there where she did like a singing a witch musical that now it has they did one of those one of those games where everybody joins on Twitter or Reddit or whatever, and she had like over 300,000 people play her game, and but it just started with her doing silly things on Twitch, and then she made a podcast, and then on Twitch on
TikTok.
and then did YouTube and did all these things. It's just interconnected universe, and tons of classes on this about interconnected universes and TikTok. And it's funny. It's been like 4 months, and I'm still like, I did it for a client once, some
It's
TikTok
hard.
stuff, but I'm just like, I understand that it's the where I need to go, but I'm like, at the same time, I'm like, I don't really want to do that either.
I mean, it took me 13 years to get on Twitter.
Yeah. Well, no, I
So-
think my favorite class at South by Southwest was the dude from Fleetwood Mac, Nick Fleetwood, and talking about his life, how their life changed when some dude used their song on an Ocean Spray thing, and then now he's like, now I have a TikTok, and now we had a hit, from 40 years ago, that is now a hit now, and it's so,
Again, yeah.
and we're like, we're not.
Well, you
going-
think
Yeah.
you think about Blinding Lights with what's his face? Modern day musician. Nobody knew who he was, and then it was a major song on TikTok.
Yep.
And everybody was like, da, 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 da. What is his name?
I
Don't
have
know.
nothing.
Hold on, I'm looking it up. You're like, I have no idea. You're like, you got a degree in music, really?
She just says random.
Give me
things
just a
sometimes,
second. You guys will know who I'm talking about.
I probably won't, but
The Weeknd.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So The Weeknd had Blinding Lights on TikTok, and somebody made a dance that became really popular, and he was kind of semi-known, and then it exploded because of that.
I didn't know that.
Well, no, I don't.
Isn't
know
that?
if that doesn't feel right because
Doesn't that feel right?
Weekend was before Twitter. Like I knew of
Or
Weeknd
before TikTok?
I was saying it TikTok. Wait,
I know there's too many things at Twitch, TikTok,
sorry,
Twitter.
man. Yeah, yeah.
Because
no,
that's
it's-
because
But TikTok's
okay.
been around longer
Anyway,
than most people realize. Isn't it?
take a
Anyways.
different musician and insert there, and there you go.
The story's
said,
still great.
I laugh at. I'll be looking at my friends' music and I'll be like, I could do a video for that, and nobody's touched it, and I'm just like, I should probably do something with it. And again, I probably have like five or six that I've prepped, and then I just didn't do anything with it. So it's like
Yeah,
it just
it's
sits there.
hard.
One
Well, you
day-
got a kid. You've
got babies.
You got
It's
stuff you gotta do.
exhausting.
I don't have all day every day to spend it until your stream or whatever is making a real income. You're like, I gotta work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have life.
Yeah, no, and again, this is the reason I do this show, right? Because I just needed some time for me to do something creative. Because I've been a rapper my entire life, and I just kind of stopped when I started being a stay-at-home dad. I just didn't have time, and then I realized, hey, let's just try something, and just see if I can be success, just be me again. And then it slowly started making me, work on new albums. I have some new albums. Hopefully, one of these days I finish, and those kind of things. But it was this one creative outlet, like as you were saying, it just reminded me that I was good at being creative, and though it's not the same thing that I used to do, but now I get to do something still. And for me, I still rap. I mean, I laugh because in 2019, I made more money as a rapper than I ever did in 20 years as a 40-year-old dude. You know what I'm saying? And
It's just crazy. We in our society, we idolize youth, and we have this whole mentality that if you have not achieved greatness, quote unquote, whatever the hell greatness is, by the age of 35, you're done. Like our whole society is based around that idea, and at least I see it a lot for women.
It exists actually.
It's really
I've read books on
bad.
the subject.
And the truth is, life opens up at 35.
Sure.
Because you suddenly start to know who you are, and like you have young kids and you're moving into a different flow and a different direction, which does open creativity and it does open new pathways in your mind to make connections. And I've been amazed that I am happier now at 34 than I ever was in my 20s.
Yeah.
But the sad thing is you find that, but at the same time, you are more busy and have less time to dedicate to that creativity than you ever had
I have no
before.
time. It's crazy. Yeah. We go through our schedule once a week, and it's we're streaming on these nights, and then Hayley's doing this show, and then Weston has this thing, and then we're doing a one shot with these people, and we're super, super busy within the community right now, and it's been wonderful and thrilling, but it's exhausting.
Yeah. No, I understand. I said I've been putting myself on a bunch of shows lately. I'm like, I don't know. This is fun, but man, this is a lot of work.
Yeah, imagine being one of those huge movie stars that has to do a press junket, and they do that every day for a month.
They wake up and then they have to just answer questions, the same dumb questions
over and over again.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
I would hate that.
Man, I'm just excited to have you. As I said, we've been a lot more unorganized today, but I appreciate getting to talk to you about everything. What is it? Is there a future new stuff that you've planned for the show? What
Yeah,
pitch the show to the people that are watching right now.
You're gonna pitch the show. Do you want me to pitch the show, or do you want to pitch the show?
Pitch the show and then tell us.
Go ahead.
Do whatever.
I'm gonna pitch it. Okay. You're do whatever you want. It's fine.
That's cool.
Well,
no one
so
to stop us. It's just
true. It's true. It's just us.
You're the pretty one, so the message gets through better.
I don't know. I think you're very pretty.
Oh,
look at that chiseled jaw. Okay. So our tagline for our show is "It only takes two," and kind of the message that we really want to convey to our audience is that you don't have to have a huge, massive group of people to play. You don't have to have a 7 people party. You can only have 2 of you, and it can be just as fun and just as exciting. We do 2 streams a week. We do one on Monday night. That was really horrible. That was so bad. I'm just going to do my intro. Can I just do my intro? I'm just going to do my intro. Okay.
I didn't even understand what just happened.
I know. I just am feeling very self-conscious all of a sudden.
Should I do this? Do I need to do this?
I feel like you might need to do this. I'm having a difficult time speaking.
Go back to my sales days.
Go back to your...
You want me to pitch the show?
No,
there's a guy and there's a girl, and they do this show where they have thingies on the thing. And then
PG, man.
Oh, sorry. And then they roll.
That's our OnlyFans. That's our OnlyFans site. Don't go there.
They both have thingies and they roll play.
No, you've won.
Okay, Weston can pitch the show. Weston will pitch the show, and then I'll add any pertinent information.
Party of Two is a tabletop RPG actual play where you see a party of just 2 people going through, as you say, a world of gods and monsters. It is heavy on story, amazing things are happening, great characters, and you get to follow along a story as 2 writers craft it together over the course of what will probably be years-long campaign.
Fairly long campaign, yeah.
Diving into deep topics. It is, I would say, family friendly, but we do get into deep interpersonal topics and conflicts. Mm-hmm. It is a story-based show where you can dive deep into a fantasy world every week. with
Cool.
2 semi-fun people.
Semi-fun. I am fun.
Well, what happens is that he takes the fun away. So
Yes.
it makes it semi-fun.
I just okay, so it balances us
You're
out.
so,
Exactly.
You're so fun, you make it mediocre. Is what I'm saying. Which is terrible.
Love
No, but so we have 2 shows. We stream on Monday nights at 8:30 Mountain Daylight Time for what is called Tabletop Terrain Talks, where we actually build terrain live. And we talk about all things tabletop gaming and miniatures and terrain
and storytelling,
and randomness.
That's
We
awesome.
always end up bringing up Marvel. I don't know how.
It's
You do
fun.
it.
Every week we bring up Marvel. And then Tuesday night is our persistent campaign, which is the story of Anna Anduriana and as they are trying to deal with the political upheaval of a newly born country and running away from slavers who would keep them entangled in chiliacs.
There you
So
go. Is there?
see, I find
Are you starting? Do you have an anime coming out or anything?
Oh,
yeah, because
no.
we have a
That'd be
Kickstarter
so dope.
I would love that. Actually, that'd be really cool. But we
have a
are
game coming
planning.
out on.
We are planning a couple of really cool things that are coming out in the coming year. We're both really big fans of the TV show Witcher. And so there is a Witcher tabletop RPG, and we are going to be doing an 8-session campaign for that closer to the release of that show. So
Yep.
it's going to be really fun.
So do an 8 session of the Witcher tabletop RPG leading up to the first episode of the second season of Witcher on Netflix.
Ooh,
So that's going to be really fun. And we've got a couple of one-shots coming out. I'm in a one-shot tomorrow night playing D&D for the very first time because we've only played Pathfinder up to now.
sure.
And my character is adorable. She's 5'2" with eyes of blue. She's deep South Texan
What?
and she's wonderful.
Oh, okay. You reminded me of something.
Oh.
I was sorry. No, because you were like saying 5'2". Is that a thing? Do you always like if you had to choose? You always try to have short characters. So it's
A
not
lot
really-
of times I do,
Yeah.
but my
Yours are
character,
always shorter and mine are always taller.
yours are always taller.
Yeah.
My character in our persistent campaign though she's like 5'9". She's not super. She's for me that's short because I'm 6'1". But for a woman, she's actually quite tall.
Yeah. No, I was thinking about like I think it's Gun Gale online the
Ah,
anime, and that character she's tall and she always picks cutesy little girl.
Well,
characters.
It's kind of fun to be something different for a little while. So like my character in Tomorrow Night, she's short and she's got really long blonde hair and she's super spunky and like in your face and she has rage issues, which that is kind
She's a
of
barbarian.
me. She's a barbarian.
It makes
So
sense. Yeah.
so she carries a huge great sword and a bunch of javelins and she will F you up. But
she's the equivalent
the
of
cutest
that,
thing
you know,
ever.
the head, you know, deep South head cheerleader
Yeah.
had
With
rage
javelins.
issues and suddenly
With javelins and rage issues.
That's a show right there. Texas cheerleader attack, and there she did get javelins.
There it is.
And it's
There it is.
yeah. Why is
I bought the outfit first.
Why isn't there a cheerleader zombie movie? Why does that not?
There's a video game.
There is a cheerleader zombie show. It's just on Disney. It's called Zombies. And
Oh,
they're
that's true.
cheerleaders
No,
and they're
no.
zombies.
I want like a cheerleader running through The Walking Dead. That's what I want.
Save the cheerleader, save the world.
Yeah.
I think so.
I like it.
Yeah.
Although they have a character.
Okay,
like
get
that.
on top of that then. You go
Yeah.
write it. Go write the script.
No, there you go. I'm gonna hit you up. I'll hit y'all up. Maybe you can be on my live play.
We'll do
zombie
it.
cheer-
There we go.
when I first started doing podcasts, I actually was working on this zombie podcast, which was a thing I loved. The idea of it was like I'm trying not to ruin the whole thing, but
Yeah,
it
did
was,
you just moan?
no. The idea was that you're in a zombie world and there's just a radio station, and I'm pretty much trying to get a hold of all the people. And so, but you're finding out I'm just telling you the history of what's going on, and then I'm trying to get it. But then you figure out that there's actually a cure to the zombie stuff, and so I figured it out. Now I'm trying to get people to come visit, and only way I can tell people is by the show. And so every
That
week
is a
it's
really
me
good
trying to explain.
idea.
So that's when I first started. I wrote like the first 2 scripts of it, and I was like, but then we got this. So whatever.
That is a really good
That's a really
idea,
cool
though.
idea.
That is
That's a
something
really
that's
cool
starting
idea.
to become a lot more popular in
And
podcasting
afterwards,
too.
I'll tell you the fun bit part of it, which is
Okay.
fun. But I won't do that now because I'm going to if somebody comes out with that tomorrow, I'd start crying.
Oh,
And so
okay.
it made me sad. So, but anyways, all right. Well, that's cool, man. I'm just so glad that y'all came. Again, what's that?
And that's where what we need to do is you need to start that show, and at the same time we can start do a TTRPG in a zombie type world.
Yes,
And
and
integrate your episodes into the story.
Have it be like public service announcement kind of things, and then the radio turns on when we go into a room. Oh, that would be fun.
We have that conversation afterwards. Yeah. So thank you so much, guys, for coming. I really appreciate it. Is there anything else you want to say to the people that you haven't already said? Mm-hmm.
Please come join us on Tuesday.
Come watch our show. Yeah. It's super fun.
Yeah, no, as I said, all the work that you do in it is pretty awesome, and I think it's
thank you.
It's cool. I said I'm excited to have you and talk to you about it. Now we do a thing. What is the thing that we do? We do a thing that I'm not ready for. We do a rap, and
you
so
do rap.
I
want a rap.
I told you before, since y'all won the quiz, you get to tell me 2 or 3 words that I can use for the rap. I'm going to do a wrap up of all the things we talked about. Obviously, Trey's not here, but I made I made a countdown video. It's not cool. I just made a video with a number on it. So, and a beat. I was working on like a music video, and then I was like, I don't have time for all this.
Yeah, that happens. I was going to paint that miniature to attack your character. Yeah, I don't have time.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. So, but all right. Is there any words you want me to add to the song?
I'm gonna throw in rhinoceros.
All right, sounds good.
What? You're mean.
So I used all my
tiefling.
Live shows. Tiefling?
Mm-hmm.
Like a tiefling or
no teeth. Teeth.
That is the race of her character in our campaign. It is a half human, half demon.
She has horns and a tail, and he's gone. Where did he go? We're still alive. Well, we apparently have taken over the show.
Yes.
I pressed the wrong button.
I was like, we have taken over.
I love having a gaming a mouse, but then it has these buttons on it. Every once in a while, I'll press the wrong one. And...
I was like, we are now in charge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was like, come on. Really? All right, tiefling and rhinoceros. Anything else? Is there any bits from the actual show that you enjoyed that you want to make sure I put in there that we talked about today?
He definitely
rolled a 20. No, the natural 1 and then a 20. He does that real consistently.
All right, natural 1 and 20. Oh, isn't it opposite? A 1 and then a natural 20?
No, he'll roll a natural 1. Like he'll roll and get a 1, and then he'll use a hero point and then roll again and get a natural 20.
Nice. All right, I can do that.
So you do that a lot.
All right.
I think for you, if I was going to throw in anything, it'd have to be Bruce. Come here.
Bruce. I have a dog.
Bruce is her Cane Corso animal companion.
Nice. All right. Well, let's do this.
Okay.
Let's go. Okay, did I do it all? I'm sitting here, but now I never know what I can fall. We talk to my people at the party of 2. I gotta take off that button, I don't know what I do. Ooh, now I got to break it down all with the light time. Rigging for my light until it's gone. Now, let me start over. Let me breathe. Let me do this forever, and I see. Party of 2. Here we go again, I get it through. You know what we saying, cause we saying that it's true. And we making jokes only if it's all night long. I gotta breathe, cause I know it's never gone song. And now you got your son puking on you when I be, but my son's pooping and peeing, yes sirree. And I'm not even sure what I got to do. I say that I was running cause I live in a zoo, and now I'm cool. Only if I can't pretend. I gotta say that I'm natural 1 and then a 20 again. Only if I can't give it in. And I'm waiting through. Did you really know what I came to say? And then I do. Now we flip it through the Pathfinder. Only if they can't bring it down in Sidewinder. Now they gotta make it with a twister in the time, but now they got to beat it when they rip it on a rhyme. Understand? Now I can't feel it because the plan is we were trying to break it down and then I was saying garbage. Sorry for the people and their hot tub streams. Only if they can't understand what we be. We got the but now I know what I'm supposed to say and then I do. I'm in the bearded 2 that's sitting in a tub. Only if I can't break it down, rub a dub. Now it's only 1 for the time. I gotta breathe out loud. club and wonder why I'm Tyson, sitting here doing what I do. And just like you, my son is the same way, dude. Talking to random people, looking for the things. Hey, son, they're evil. Please don't hang out with them and run all the place. And yes, somebody gives you candy, jump in their van. Nay, don't do that. That's a bad decision. Only if I knew that I was breaking that intuition. Only if it was the same thing that we doing what I'm doing with your simple seeming degree. Ha! What are you supposed to do with that? Only if you had 60,000 back. And I can't say. And people are like, "Oh, what's that about?" They weigh. But I'm really hoping for some rebated money. And if I can't break it back down, be funny. But now I'm sunny. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. Now I got to break it down and knock it down the sword like a rhinoceros. Oh, rhinosaur. And only if I can't say a rhinoceros and blore. I don't know why I got to say it if I core. But then you know what I was gonna do when that sore. And a tiefling, only if I sing king, because I know what I be. Do they have big teeth? I'm waiting. And only if it's the same thing that I be. Dogs are straight barking at me, thinking he. I'm gonna eat that dude's face. And yes, sirree, you can have it. It's like beef jerky. But see, key, now you want me to be. And now I got to run it forever. I never be. Ha ha. I guess that's the done on my rap. I gotta breathe like this. I'll be running it back. Yeah, you're in Utah and you trying to attack. Waiting for the people, now you're running it back. And that's track. Only if I can't be distracted. Yes, my son, I'm flooding the house racking because I'm so tired and I can't be. And my baby keeps on screaming at me. She's like, hang out with me, daddy. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I knew that sometimes I'm breaking back and I'm yawning. That's the rap. I guess I'm done. Here I go again. Bye, everybody. Now I'm waiting to win.
Yay! Oh. That was wonderful. I'm so sorry our dogs were in here with us.
Oh, you're fine.
And they decided to bark.
They were like, whatever's happening right now, guys, you need to turn that off.
Yeah.
Well, they can't hear it, so.
Oh, okay, good. Well, maybe, no, actually, what I didn't tell you is that my rap voice can be heard by dogs.
It's like a dog whistle.
Oh, it's a dog whistle? Okay.
It's crazy.
You should have warned us. We would have let the girls out. It makes the show
really weird. You know, we're in the middle of the show, rapping, everybody's cheering, and then just thousands of dogs just surround the audience. And
they're suddenly
every
right
time.
there.
It's the
all
weirdest.
The wolves as well.
I try not to tell anybody.
I feel like there needs to be an dog joke somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Or who let the dogs out?
Who let the dogs out? Oh,
I did. I let the dogs out, okay? Are you happy now?
Yes.
You finally know. Years of wondering who let the dogs. It was me.
It was you.
It was you this whole time.
The whole time. I was letting all the dogs out. That's what I did. But thank you so much, everybody, for listening. Please like, subscribe the show. Watch our live stream. If not, keep listening to our podcast. Appreciate that you spend time listening to that every single week. Hey, if you need a new website, you want it updated, go to nomadweb.design. It's an amazing place to build. They built our website, Flows4u, the number 4, the letter U.com. And it's an amazing website. Nomadweb.design will hook you up if you need a great new website. And that's that. Now, if you want to be on our show, go over to flows4upod@gmail.com and send me an email, and I'll see if I can get you on the show. I know the guy. And then also, you can go to our website, do our contacts, talk to us. We really want to, if you have any other ideas for the show, please let us know. Trey should be back next week. If he isn't, I'm going to replace him with somebody, maybe a dog. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But thank you so much, guys, for spending time with us. Thank you again, Party 2, for just spending an hour with me acting goofy. I appreciate it immensely. It's my hour I don't have to hang out with my kids. So.
Yeah, no, thank you for having us. It's been absolute delight.
Yeah, no, I've had a great time talking to you. But all right, well, normally I have a bit that Trey does a rap. We're not going to do that because I already rapped. And bye, guys. Have an awesome, awesome day. Y'all guys stay on the line. I'll be with you in a few seconds.
Cool.
And here we go. Pressing the button. It's way harder when I don't have anybody to stall for me.
I know.
Are you looking for a different kind of podcast? How about informative and clean? It will make you laugh. Scout and Trey, yeah, that's what we do. We got a little funny thing, keeping it true. Hey, we take your topics and all of your ideas and bring in a guest and we answer them there. Then we make a freestyle rap and do it for you. Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah, that's what we do. Yep, Flows4u.